All right, what's going on, guys? So, I also just wanted to hop on here real fast. Probably not fast, probably longer than fast, but shorter than fast, I mean. And kind of just explain to you guys why I guess I chose the coaches that I did. So starting with Kyle, right? I think, obviously, depending on how long you guys have been following me for, me and Kyle have had a very, very long friendship. I think since 2018, I believe, is when it started. And honestly, that relationship just started with a simple training session that we trained back for the first time. And I liked the way the session went. It was good. We both had fun. We both, just pushed each other really hard. And then I just said, look, man, I got legs on Monday or something. I said, what are you training Monday? And he said, I got legs too. Come train. So we trained legs that following Monday. I think we did back on Saturday, actually, and then we did legs Monday. And he had pushed me to a limit that, honestly, I didn't even know truly existed at the time. In the grand scheme of things, looking back, and I'm sure he would probably agree, we probably pushed too hard. But it was fun. I think it was needed. I got to really test my abilities in terms of what true failure really is. And it was fun. I had a great time. We would train every single day for probably a good 3 to 4 months straight, I would say. And within those times, obviously he got to see kind of what my diet was, what my supplements were, how I trained, and, he saw how my body would respond to certain things. And he also came to 2019 USA's with me when Matt couldn't. And, he was pretty much the in-person eye, for Matt. So they would communicate back and forth. And I just thought it was really cool, that he came and, wanted to be that watchful eye for me. And that just, obviously being the good friend that he is. So during that phase, he obviously just kind of got to see, what worked well with my body, what didn't, how things responded, how things didn't respond. And that was pretty much kind of like the beginning of his coaching career, really. I don't want to say beginning, but like when his name really started to come up. And obviously now here we are with like 4 or 5 years later. I would say he's way more advanced at this point. And obviously he coaches a lot of influencers, right? And people see that, want to make a comment, blah, blah, blah. But I think Kyle's very smart. I think Kyle also always had like that calming effect on me, which, I think is good for a client to have for a coach. I like to think the last 2 weeks, I don't care who you are, your brain starts to scatter a bit. And I like to have somebody that can have, that calming effect on me, keep me chill, keep me relaxed, and not the other way around. And Kyle is one of those very few people that can do that for me. And I actually, I'm sure you guys saw in some of my training videos recently, but he came down here for like 3 days. We got a good solid 3 days of training in together, and that was fun. We killed it. We had a blast. We just kind of, he was the coach, but, we also caught up in the friendship side of things. So I think that's just going to be good for us. I think it's going to be healthy. I think we both know what's kind of, I guess, at stake here. And he's ready to take on the challenge. I'm ready to take on the challenge, and he knows me very, very well. And he knows I don't like change very much. He knows I'm very not adaptive to a lot of things. When I'm in my structure, I'm in my routine, I don't like to go out of it. So, one thing, he said to me, and so did Jared, which I'll get to Jared soon after this. They both said to me, you need to be the student again. Like, you just let us do our thing. And just follow it to a T, and you will be perfectly fine. And I just said, you know what? Fine, I will. So, obviously, I check in with Kyle twice a week right now, Tuesdays and Fridays. And, he's very happy with how things are going. I'm very happy with how things are progressing. Food is slightly increasing right now, week to week, depending on the look, depending, my progression in the gym. But overall, I woke up this morning around 284. I feel really good. Strength's really good. Body feels good. We're doing no cardio right now. We're just doing a lot of hard training, which I think, again, which I'll get to in a little bit about Jared, which I think comes with the frequency of how we're training things. And how the training is necessarily done. It can be somewhat pretty taxing, a little fatiguing, and I think cardio can over fatigue you to a degree, especially in the off season. When you're pushing food, you're pushing cows, weight's going up, so you kind of want to just be mindful and be careful of that. And knowing that conditioning is still in a very, very good spot right now for where we're at 284. Kyle obviously doesn't feel a need to add cardio in right now. But, that being said, I will sometimes, go for a morning walk outside, go for a nighttime walk outside, just to move around a little bit. But as far as like actual cardio, that's a 0. So yeah, I think, me and Kyle have a good thing going right now, and I'm very excited. I feel like I'm getting my groove back again. I'm enjoying the love of training again. I'm enjoying just the love of being a bodybuilder again, which I think I lost. And I don't have an exact reason as to why, really. I think that could just pertain to just adding too much pressure on myself, which is good but bad. But, that's Nora, he said, she said stuff. So we're just taking it. I'm just taking it one day at a time. I don't even want to think about enjoying it again, right? Because if you make yourself want to enjoy it again and then you don't, now you apply pressure on yourself that you're not enjoying it again. So I'm just literally not thinking about anything, going day by day, and just having fun. That's where my head's at. That's where my goal's at. And I think we're succeeding at that very well. Now with Jared, I actually met Jared in Vegas. And I think it was after I did the Arnold, where I took second against Samson. He said, bro, let me just put you through a workout, bro. And like I did my research on RP strength, and I said this to even Jared and Mike, I said, bro, like, this training's kind of corny, bro. Like, I'm not hip to this. And Jared was like, just let me put you through it one time. I said, fine. Excuse me. I said, let's start with the fun stuff. I said, let's do legs. So we started with legs. I walk in, and he's like, we're only going to do 3 exercises. I'm like, bro, this is already not a good start. I'm like, 3 exercises. I'm like, what? He's like, just trust me, bro. Just trust me. I said, okay, I trust you. He's like, we're going to do seated leg curl, leg press, Smith squats. All right. I kid you not. And I remember texting Jared this the next day. I was messed up for like 2 to 3 days straight after that workout. I said, I get it. Now that I know what this training is like, I get it. So I pretty much hopped on to that style of training for my entire 2023 Olympia prep. Where I did believe I was going to bring my best look to date at that time. And obviously, unfortunate events occurred. So 2024, I did prep for New York. I kind of steered away from that a little bit. I kind of went back to like a Dorian Yates style approach for New York Pro Prep. And, I think it was good. I think it was successful. I wasn't a fan of my look as an overall, to be honest. I know it wasn't my best whatsoever. And that's obviously due to other events that were happening in my life as well. But it was a good look. It was enough to get the win, but it just wasn't. It wasn't me. I wasn't happy with it. I didn't like the way things ended with that. And obviously now moving forward, I didn't do the Olympia. It is what it is. I want to go back to what I thought would have won me, if not battled me very hard to win the Olympia title in 2023. And as training, and as important, I believe training is, I wanted to go back to the RP style of training. So I hit up Jared. I said, look, bro, I said, I have my friend Kyle. He's going to run the diet, the nutrition, the supplements, etc. And I said to him, I want you in charge of training. I think both of you get on the same page, both geniuses here, and you're in different ways. I think if we all collab, we can create something very special here. And Jared was very much on board. Jared said, let's do the damn thing. And I was excited. They communicated. They knew what I needed to bring up, my weak points, and that's pretty much what we have been working on. So I was very, very, very excited for that, honestly. And we are now in week 4 or week 5 of the training block. And I honestly love it. I think it's fantastic. I've been actually, for the first time, keeping track of all my lifts. Yes, I use the RP Strength app. I know I've always preached I'm not a fan of keeping track of my lifts. I just go in there and have fun, which I am still a believer of. But like I said, I want to do everything different this year. And I want to keep track of my strengths, keep track of my progression, and see how that overlaps, when we get into prep. So I'm actually enjoying it. I thoroughly am having a good time with it. And Jared, honestly, anyone that knows Jared as well, Jared is a great, great human. Great human being, caring, will do anything for anybody in the world. Same with Kyle too, man. Like, they're both just, they want to see people succeed. They want to see people thrive. And, I am very, very fortunate to have both of them in my life and to have them both in my corner and both willing to be on my team and, bring out the best, package that we can bring to my next show. And not only that, though, like, outside of bodybuilding, like, I'm just very happy to just have those two as friends. I communicate with both of them, pretty much on the daily, non-bodybuilding related stuff, not necessarily always bodybuilding related stuff. And it's been good. It's been great. They're great humans. They're great people. And I'm very excited for what's to come. We are going to be filming a little series on the Raw channel for it. And we will be filming, obviously I'm going to keep up to filming on my YouTube a lot for you guys. So I'm hopefully to get Kyle in a couple of videos. I want to get Jared in a couple of videos. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's really it, guys. I hope this helps you understand why I chose who I chose. And if you guys kind of like this content where I kind of just talk a little bit and explain things, absolutely, I will continue to do so. And you can also leave in the comments of things you would like me to talk about. And I can do my best to get all those done for you guys. So, yeah, see you guys.